We have about an hour and actually it might be like maybe like it's like 2 hours. Well, it's like an hour 45 minutes. We have about an hour 45 minutes before we have to go and do some co-op stuff. The stream isn't done after, but we're doing some co-op stuff today. I'm gonna build you my room from hell. This is like profile. I have a profile. Why do I have a profile? Well, they're probably dead, so let's make a new one. I don't know. What's like this old one? I played this. When did I play this? I played this for you? When did I play this for the stream? What? Channel videos, House Flipper. Holy shit, I played this. Yeah, this was the Christmas bed and breakfast thing. Yeah, that was a good one. We only have about an hour and 45 minutes. I need to show you my room from Hell, chat. This room from hell has haunted me ever since we've moved here. The problem with this house, and the problem with the way that this house was built, is so fundamentally deep that unless I break down the walls, you can't see it. Mr. Matthew Piercy. What the fuck is a Matthew Piercy? MX? Sure. PC? Sure. Sure. I don't know. Sure. Okay. And then, eyes? Sure. I'll be a vampire. Sure. Just be a vampire? Okay, sure, yeah, sure. I'll just be a vampire. I got some new DLC too, because apparently you can build Japanese homes. You know, the thing of like a home in Japan. Semi-small. Shit. I don't know how to play this game. Maybe this is a bad idea, actually. Wait. What's community content browse? Suburb house unfinished. This is the kind of person who made my home and made it so fucked. This is the person. What? Japan Has Duhuval. The hovel. I can't even see the home. Sajnos Meg. Berendijni. It's a dirty house. It's a house of job. It's just a bunch of bamboo. Tiny Home 2. Why is there AI? Sorry, Tiny Home Challenge 2, the containers. You have what it takes to make these too long. This is either AI or this is somebody who makes marketing material specifically for mobile games. What the hell is this? Wait, you can just do challenges online with other people? What's the whole... Okay, my first Japanese house. My first try at Japanese. I honestly like some of these terms. But you know what? That's actually pretty good. That's not bad at all. That is not half bad at all. That's a pretty good Japanese... If I saw this, I would be like, damn, that's a Japanese home. Urban Oasis, oh god, that sounds disgusting. The Bro Pod? What the hell is this? What, complete interior renovation for a 3-man friend WG work group, I guess. Exterior and windows already clean. Fully renovate and finish the interior according to the buyer's precise guidelines. And then they wrote their own fan fiction, okay? This person is named Memento Mori. The Snob Deadline, the Bro Pod. Grandma's Cat Obsession. Anachronism. The Fossilized Dream. 2026 meets 1450. Okay, some of these are kind of sick though. Wait. Holy shit. What the wait, people are crazy in this game. Anachronism. This one's good. This one's good. Damn, this one's really good. Yeah, and that's anachronistic. 2 different timelines coming together into one thing. Log in. What? Clean house? No, I don't have a clean house. No, stop that. Urban Oasis rental apartment for 2. Okay, I'm sorry. If you live in a rental apartment and has these slats, you don't live in an apartment. You live in a hotel that costs $7,000 per month to do a long-term stay in for like a year. Okay, just a little guy. What? This little mid-mod home used to be the funkiest place on the block, and now it's dead. An upper fixer. Mini old schoolhouse. This mini old schoolhouse was inspired by an abandoned school discovered by YouTuber. Mountain West Productions while exploring US Canada! Holy shit! My people! Broder Town. The towering flagpole made it visible from miles away. There's many... I wonder if there's like... is there other like theme places? Jojo made... Oh shit, this is... Oh shit, this is kinda nice. But this is kind of crazy. I know I'm supposed to show you my room, but I was Gunner. Hi, welcome. Hi, Jody. The Jody bug? All Jody made was this one room. It's called Gunner. Oh, that's all Jody made. No, put the creator down. Sorry, I misspoke. It's no longer creator. It's a House Flipper 2. And welcome, fellow guild member. We're slowly getting more and more guild members. They'll just slowly escape from Tarkov. Is there like, I don't know, Vietnam? What? No one gives a shit about Vietnam. Alright, fuck it. Whatever. We're doing it live. Okay, how did you play this game? New game? Oh god. This was a bad idea. I didn't want to do the tutorial. I just want to go in and then like build you the room so I could talk about the stupid room in my house that flooded. Today's a renting day. So in honor of me being gone and having to deal with the flood, I kind of figured maybe I should show you what happened live by showing you what happened within this game world by building the room for you. The problem is I think I accidentally started a story mode. Tom, shut up. Call ended.
Hello, stranger.
Oh my god.
I wasn't expecting a message from you, but I'm glad you reached out. So, you're back in Pinnacove, you need a job, and your first idea was taking part in fixing the Driftwood house? Ambitious,
oh god.
But...
Oh god. Main menu. Is there like a okay, sandbox mode, new property. Environment. Property size? I don't really need that much size. Environment. Coral Root Forest, Crayfish Coast? You live in an island. Old Peanut, holy shit, what? What is this? Wait. Test Pina Colada. Covlada. that's pretty good. Pina Colada. So I was gone for a while. Change the environment, take a look at the property settings. Oh, you can change the environment at any time. So as you know, I was gone for a while. Had to deal with some things. Can't leave? Can't leave this space. Can't leave this space. What's like how come I can't leave this place? How come I can't leave this space? Why can't I leave this space? What do you mean you're not allowed to leave the space? Like you have to stay within the space? Well, that's stupid. Okay, we're just gonna break out. So I was gone yesterday, and I didn't want to be gone. I actually had some more things I want to stream. Today we're doing some co-op stuff later, in about an hour and 30 minutes now, with some familiar faces. Actually, I linked to one of their co-streams yesterday while I was gone. We're gonna be playing some Pratfall. Now you're gonna love my cat. You're gonna love my costume in Pratfall. You're gonna love my costume in Pratfall. I think you're gonna really enjoy what I've made because apparently in that game, the costume building is pretty good in terms of like what you can do. And I didn't know that it does like a certain thing, and so it's gonna be really, really nice. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing later. For now, I figured I should show you this terrible home that I got stuck with. What do you mean I can't build anymore? Why? How am I supposed to get up there? He's doing the German bit. What's the German bit? I'm just trying to live in my home, chat. I'm just trying to live in my home. I bought this property. This is my home. I should be allowed to... Wait, what do you mean I can't leave the property and go see my neighbors? I want to go see my neighbors. Okay, at some point, this thing has to break. I live in VR. I do live in VR. But yeah, the home that I have is awful. There's a room that is, I like to colloquially call the Hella room because that room has been the bane of my existence since we've moved in. And to show you it, I was gonna draw it, and then while I was making coffee, I was like, wait, I should just show you the room by making the room and showing you what happens inside the room and showing you like how bad it is. Is there really no way to leave this place? Like surely the skybox doesn't go that far. Surely there has to be like a limit to this, right? Fortnite's looking weird these days. Okay, that's a banger. That's really good. Oh my god. Okay, chat. I don't think the game is supposed to be. I don't think you're supposed to. I don't think you're supposed to do this because look at that. You see through the facade, and there's nothing here. Stairway to heaven. I'm not dying, chat. I'm not dying. I'm not dying. I'm trying to show you why this room is a room from hell. But I need to break out of this place first because I want to see if this is real. Is there an easy way to like break out of this? You posted a link. I'll check that out later. I'll check it out after stream. Now is not the time to be looking at links. My room is that high. I'm trying my best to jump. I'm not gonna do it. You can't convince me to jump. You can't convince me to jump. Okay, I mean maybe we could. I can make this. Look. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Chat, we're getting closer. Oh! Chat, we're getting closer. I'm about to break out of bounds. Fall. Jump. Fall. Why did you both type it like that? We're getting closer. Okay, look. We go a bit higher. I think we can make it. So I was gone yesterday. Dealing with a flood. He's literally doing the bit. Oh my god. What bit? Chat. People can have independent ideas and come to the same conclusions. No! POV, you reinvent a math concept, but because you didn't do it first, then people say you're just doing the bit. Oh, you're just doing Fermat's bit. Fermat wasn't the only one who figured it out, okay? This room flooded while I was gone. Busy walking, because apparently, somebody in my family tried to move some stuff inside the room. It's a bit of a storage room / a cold room. The problem is that as a cold room, we have no use for it. The main reason is that we're Asian. Not to say that like Asians don't have cold rooms, but like we live in hot temperate climates, so cold rooms don't really exist as a concept. It's sort of weird how like I've never really seen like an Asian cold room. I've only ever seen like some sort of Italian, Spanish, Portuguese cold room. I've adopted cold rooms in order to use them for like produce because I think it's smart. But I've never actually seen one like properly used within an Asian household because, again, like all of our produce is really only there within a hot temp. Like we come from a hot place, and so everything kind of lives in a hot place, and so it's kind of like it doesn't really work. So that's what happened, yeah. So this cold room doesn't ever get used except for a storage room. Same thing with ovens and dishwashers. I will say in an Asian household, the odds of you opening a dishwasher and having anything but like stuff in it is pretty low. Like the odds of a dishwasher actually being used is pretty low. What's funny is that dishwashers are great compared to hand washing because it uses less water, less soap, less time. But for some reason, in Asian households, it's like if you don't toil away with your hands, it's like meaningless. You know what I mean? Like the whole point of it is to toil away with your hands. Okay, so this cold room goes unused, kind of like a dishwasher and kind of like an oven. I think I'm like the only person to actually use an oven in my family, which is kind of funny, because like they use it at work, but they just don't use it at home. So I don't know, it's just sort of weird. We never really need it. Instead, the way you usually do it, let's say you want to steam something, you just throw it on top of the stovetop into like a pot or something, yeah? So it just works. And then, this storage room, while I was gone, somebody in my family, they were like, hey, you know what would be really nice if we move some of the things in the storage room, okay? I don't want to go into the storage room because there's always spiders and centipedes. I try my best to avoid this room because I know that if I go in, I might not make it back out, okay? One day, I'm going to stumble upon a spider that's a little bit too hungry, that has a brood that's a little bit too large, and just wants to eat me. You think I live in a desert? I'm not sure where I live, but this isn't really working out. We are very high, and we still haven't... Is there like an easier way to go out of bounds here? Property settings, house, a job, time flow? No. Wait, can I set the time? Downtown. Oh wait, snowy suburbs. Oh, you can just change this. Oh shit, you can just change this. Job. Thank you for censoring it. Thank you. So, Pina Cove suburbs. Uh-oh. Oh, you can just change this. There's like nothing really stopping you from changing this. Oh shit. We're in Florida. Island. Oh shit! I don't want to be on an island. Forest? That's an okay forest. Okay, it's kind of weird to see like your entire environment change. So this is the old Penal Cove downtown. So I guess the reason why you can't leave is because it doesn't exist. Now this is what I'm talking about. This DLC came out like 2 or 3 days ago. Oh, this is actually kind of terrifying. Yo, if this was like a, what you call it? If this was like a roller coaster thing, I think it would work really, really well. How do I get rid of all of these? Oh shit. Okay, fuck it. I'm Asian, so we're gonna make an Asian hole, okay? I'm not exactly Japanese, but it's fine. We'll just make it happen. Thank you. Imagine a horde of long legs, of daddy long legs. You think it's a ball of dirt in my cold room. I touch it to clean it, and now I'm covered in the harvest moon. That's actually what almost happened to me. So yeah, in that room, there's like a shit ton of spiders, and I don't really know. Oh, no other map lets you choose. Okay. There is a shit the hell room. There's a shit ton of spiders, and they just exist in there. And I thought it was just like, you know, like I thought it was like a bunch of like old twigs or something. So I went to like touch it, and then I felt it, and then I felt like a web touch my finger, and then the bundle of sticks started moving. It's like it was like a bunch of like twigs, and they started moving, and I was like, oh fuck, that's not twigs, that's a spider. That's just a huge spider. I was like, oh fuck. I saw a worm that I've never seen before. I saw I saw a centipede while we were fixing. While we were fixing the pipe, I saw a centipede fall into a web, and then a spider go and eat it while I was cleaning the room. I was like, this place is fucking hell. So anyways, yeah, so I was gone, okay? So while I was busy doing things, somebody decided to go move furniture inside the room. And that's fine, you can move the furniture as much as you want, but that's gonna be on you, okay? A house centipede or a house centipede, sorry. We don't have normal ones because we don't live in a terrible place. Like, I don't live in Australia, I live in Canada, okay? We have normal house centipedes, but still, this fucker was the size of my palm. It fell into the web and it was struggling. I was like, holy fuck. My dad, he was like, what, you a pussy? I was like, yeah, of course I'm a fucking pussy. That thing's scary, man. Come on. So yeah. We had to build this room. Maybe to build the room, we should build the fence first. Sure. So the way it happened was basically while I was gone walking the dog, they apparently decided to start moving things inside this cold room. And the way that they decided to do it was probably the worst way possible, because what they decided to do was not to, you know, do it carefully or do it safely. No, they decided to do it as haphazardly as they possibly could, which was a terrible choice. And by haphazardly, what I mean is they decided to just like kind of throw things around. The problem is that you can't just throw things around in this room because everything's heavy. Every single thing in that room is incredibly heavy. To the point where I'm pretty sure if you do that, you might die. So that's what they did though. So they decided to move everything around, and they decided to throw things around. And that's cool and all, but they're going to die, okay? What a clashing theme that the default fence cannot be changed. Are you kidding me? My neighbor's fence is ruining the aesthetic vibe of my... You're ruining my aesthetic vibe. You're ruining my aesthetic vibe. I'm replacing you. Listen, okay? That's your side of the fence. It's my side of the fence. You stay over there, okay? If you don't like the look, go fuck yourself. Onegaishimasu. That's never a good neighbor. That's never a good neighbor. So yeah, while I was gone, they decided to do that. And, you know, that's cool that they did that. But yeah, it was kind of a problem. So they decided to start throwing things around, which is never going to work. And I knew it wasn't going to work because the moment that they did it, apparently they hit one of the pipes and it fell off. But what's funny is that when the pipe fell off, nobody knew what was going to happen because the pipe didn't make a single noise. Like there wasn't really any noise or any water or anything. So we didn't really know what to do. So I this is when I got home and I was like, okay, let me help out, okay? That pipe was now just sort of hanging off, doing nothing. It's just sort of on the floor, and we don't really know what to do, and it doesn't really connect to anything because nothing's running. We ran the sink and everything, and nothing happened to it. So as far as we could tell, it didn't really matter what it was. Sorry, it didn't really matter that it fell because we didn't know what it was. And that's fine, fine. If the pipe fell and no one is around, did it make a noise? Well, I mean, the person moving it was around. Also, sorry, this room from hell, just to give you like context, it's beside my office, okay? And it flooded. So to like give you like a sense of like why I was so afraid, to give you like a good sense of why I was so afraid here. I was like, okay, I need to make sure that like this is fine here. You know what? I just like the fact that my fence is green. Okay, my fence is green. Your fence sucks. I'm doing my own thing here. What's a good attic ladder? New items. Attic ladder? Attic ladder. What? To go up, down the ladder? Okay. Buxton. Do people use Buxton? This is crazy. Valenti? Valenti. Cozy Rosy. Valenti. Architectural elements. Fences. Here we go. More fences. There's a lot of fences. Kurashi. This is Kurashi. Okay, so the Kurashi has like bricks and bushes, has like 2. Also, I got this as a DLC pack, and I didn't realize that the DLC pack is only for, there's only like 2 DLC for House Flipper 2, and most of the DLC is for House Flipper 1. I had no clue, but when I bought it, it was kind of misleading, but it's fine. Not this one, I don't know. But this is like you have this is not like a normal home, this is like you're going into a business, you know what I mean? Like this doesn't really speak home. This says a little bit more home, but at least you're kind of rich, you know what I mean? And I kind of like that. So yeah. What the fuck am I doing? Whoa! Stop. Stop. How do you stop? Please help someone. Please help, please. Holy shit, there's a floodlight. Please, how do you stop, please? Oh god, no. No, please, god, no. Please, god, no. How do you stop flying? Does anybody know how to stop flying? These homes are fake! Does anybody know how to stop flying? Oh god, please. How do you stop flying? Oh god, please. Oh god, please. We have an hour and a half. I need to tell my story, please. I need to tell my tale. How do I stop flying? I'm pressing everything. Unsuck. This isn't helping. House Flipper 2. How stop flying? House Flipper 2. Flying. G. Nobody's ever gonna know the G button. The G button? Most people can't even find the G spot. Do you expect people to find the G button? That's insanity. This has to be some ordinance of like, this is too high for most people. G. Most people can't even find the G spot. This is impossible. It is ridiculously high. Like, I feel like this fence is, it's just too high. You know what I mean? Like, look at, what? You can't even walk outside to see. G for ground. Oh, you're right. That's how you, like, enable ground. Yeah. Enable ground. This house looks like dog shit. My house looks like dog shit. Sorry. So, yeah, I was playing around with this before at some point. But I don't remember when. I could just do that? I could just close off, like, different roads. Like, sorry. This is not a private use easement or something. I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. Now that is good building. Holy shit. My own private walkway into the shrine. This is the type of thing that like dreams are made of. You know what I mean? It's good. Sorry, that scared me. I have like a huge thalassophobia. So to enter this dark room scares the fuck out of me. Holy crap. Jesus. So yeah. My, sorry, to continue my story. You missed the forever stairs. We are not going to do the forever stairs. The stairs are gone. The G spot. Thank you. Thank you for thinking about... You're the only person who cares about the... You're apparently the only person besides me who cares about the G spot here. Thank you. What? Damaged wood. I don't think Japan has anything damaged. It's like, you know, it's like good. Okay, you can actually just make this whole thing bamboo. It looks stupid. It looks stupid. It looks so stupid. Oh, it looks so stupid. Wait. You have Thalassophobia too. Yes, Subnautica gameplay is enough to forget. Yes, my wife is playing, and I can't play it. Actually, so okay, sorry. Yesterday was a bit of a Thalassophobia moment, kind of. So again, so there's this pipe that's on the floor. No one really knows what this pipe is for. Okay, shit's everywhere. All right, and then we start to move other things, and then we notice something. It's a thing that like we didn't notice when we moved in, which is probably a bad sign. But we noticed that there's actually still water going under the sink. So a couple of months earlier, actually, we had a flood in the exact same room because when I was sleeping in my office, all I heard was whoosh, which is like, it's like the water pipe, right? I'm used to the sound during the day when someone's showering, but this was like 2 or 3 a.m. and I was like, who the hell is showering at 2 or 3 a.m.? What a waste of water. I was like, it's too late to shower. Just like go to bed stinky. You know what I mean? But then I was sort of curious because I was like, wait, they're still showering. I'm the only one who like takes long showers here. I wonder why they're still showering. I'm not even kidding you. That was my thought process. My thought process was they're still showering. I think I should go check out why they're still showering. Okay. So I go to check out where it's coming from, alright? And then I go outside the office and I check around. It's coming from nowhere. And I was like, oh shit, that usually means the water's running somewhere, okay? This is like months earlier, yeah? And I go around the entire house trying to find it. I even went outside. My family woke up and they were like, what are you doing? And I was like, nothing. Very important. I gotta do something. They thought like something happened, but I was just trying to figure out what's like going on, right? So I left outside and I still couldn't find anything on the outside that was making that noise. And so I was very confused at this point. And I was like, okay, where could I possibly go that could tell me what is going on here? How do you build a wall? Found it. Turns out what happened was in that hell room, so this is like months before yesterday, okay? In that hell room, one of the other pipes fell off. Okay, and this I probably should have realized that like this is a sign of the end and like a sign of really bad things to come. But I guess I kind of figured to myself it's probably not that bad. You know what I mean? But yeah, it just kind of fell off, and then a lot of like stuff started falling apart. There was like water everywhere. The room was mostly flooded, and again, it's beside my office. So we fixed that up. Okay. The woods in Japanese houses are usually burnt before being used for construction. The burn adds protection against water absorption and from fires. What? Oh, because it's already burnt. Yeah, but if you burn it too much, doesn't just become charcoal? I don't know if like charcoal's safe here. Clay bricks, sure. Copy surface finish. What the hell is a surface finish? Okay, fine, fuck it. We'll just do it. I just need to build the room, okay? Imagine this is the home, okay? I'm just gonna go with a very generic shape here, okay? Alright, this is like the home, okay? Don't look at that. God, that's so annoying. Why they it's gonna be really annoying for me, actually. Look, this is not a good build, okay? This is not meant to be a good build. This is an eyeball. I'm eyeballing this to tell a story. Is it the same height? Fuck. I don't know anymore. Fuck. Oh god, this tree's in the way. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. This is actually a great representation of the hell room. This corner right here, okay? So, let me do this. I'm not gonna moan. Please stop redeeming moan. Maybe it's probably like this size, actually. This size is probably more representative of this hellish room. Ceiling's not too high. It's a fairly low ceiling room because of its placement. And go like this. Perfect. Okay, good. This is an awful room. I need a door. The door doesn't really matter. Actually, the door does matter. It's specifically important that the door is the most useless door that you've ever seen in your entire life. It has to be like the shittiest door that you've ever seen. This, and then it has to look like ass. Yeah, this, change style, perfect. Damaged wood. Okay, right now it's moldy. Right now it is moldy. We'll do this. Okay, so it's moldy, yeah. More mold, please. And more mold because of all the water. Mold. Perfect. You can't just turn down someone who's dropped 20,000 points. Fake streamer, sorry. That moan has never worked. The moan has never worked. It's yet another waste of points. Okay. You like wasting points for disappointment, see? Because it's a disappointment. Okay, now pretend like this room. Pretend that this room has a roof, okay? I don't know how to make a roof. How do you make a ceiling? How do you build a roof? I don't really need like a rooftop. It's really just bricks. Perfect. Okay, pretend the room is good enough to moan. I'm not gonna moan for the room. Oh, perfect. Tiles. Oh shit, here we go. Okay. Once you see this, then you'll understand how fucked up this whole thing is, okay? It'll go like this. Kinda like this. Yeah, okay, that's good. Room with no windows, no escape. I'm not kidding you, this is like the actual room. It has nothing. Like, it has nothing good. I'm not even, like, this room is a fire hazard, it's a safety hazard, and now it's a health issue because of all the mold. This room is actually, like, dog shit. Wood. No, I need drywall. What's a drywall? What's a drywall? Okay, just pretend like this is drywall, okay? Rimworld ass room. That explains everything. I didn't make this room. This room came with the house. I need to remind people that this room came with the house, okay? Damaged wood. Where is drywall? Ah! This game has everything. Holy shit! Wait, this game actually is. This game's actually amazing. This game is everything. And I choose to be in that room. No. I choose to be beside the room. I'm beside the womb. Not the womb. Sorry. I'm beside. Not the womb. Not the womb. Not the womb. I'm beside the room. I'm not in it. I'm beside it. I didn't know when I chose this as my office room that it was like this. Okay. Drywall implies the existence of wet wall. Okay, I think I found the person who built my home. Okay, wait. I think I found the person who built my home. I need a sink. Okay, you choose me beside the room. I didn't know it was like this. I need like the shittiest sink you've ever seen in your entire life. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, sure. Okay, and then do this, but like all damaged wood. Keep the handles. The key is that the faucet, it's not really a faucet. It's kind of like shitty. It's just shitty. There is no handle. It's just rotten wood. So this isn't because of the water. This was already rotten, okay? So if you're looking at this like, why does it look like this? It was already rotten. Faucet. Damaged. Rusty metal. Okay, now I know now that I'm still beside it. Now I know I'm still beside it. Yeah, but it's not my fault. Why is the sink so small? What the fuck is this? Okay, well, I need to scale this back. Sorry. I need to scale this back. Virtual walls? The fuck is a virtual? How do you break down walls? I don't know how to play this game, chat. I don't know how to play this game. Okay. Okay, and there we go. Okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. It technically was only this small anyway, so. Because this whole drywall patch is kind of weird though. 2 moans ignored, please. I'm begging you. I don't want to moan. I don't want to moan anymore, please. Please, stop making me moan, please. Moan for me now. Moan for me. You see how sick you sound? You sick fucks. Okay, fuck it. It's a little bit too small, but you kind of get the idea. All right, you kind of get the idea. Moan, Seamer, moan. I put it there. No, I was forced to put it there. This is the. I'm not kidding you. This is the, actually, there is one window, but it's actually unusable because of its placement, and I'll explain how, why. It's one window. It's unusable. Welcome to my hell room. Okay, this is what I had to deal with. A broken window. It's actually kind of a... This is a perfect look for what this room is. This is the perfect representation of this room. Holy shit, it's dog shit. It's actually dog shit. I love it. Surface finish. A nice surface. I need drywall. Where's drywall? Stucco? No, this one's kind of a rough plaster. Noggy would moan. Yeah, he would moan. Because he's a sick fuck. He can moan as much as he wants, okay? I'm busy trying to show you my room from hell. Alright, welcome to the stucco room. Back in when this house was built, stucco was all the rage, so the entire house was stucco, okay? This is very important for later, this too. Alright, welcome to the basement room, okay? Moan in the room from hell. Look at moan in the room from hell. Look, okay? My office is over here, okay? Somewhere this whole space is my office, okay? It's not, it's actually like massive. Just don't mind, I am rich. Just so this whole place is my office, basically, right? The water, I go in here, this whole thing breaks apart, okay? This is the hella room, alright? If the hella room looks like shit here, it's because it looks like shit in real life. This hella room is actually dog water because of a number of problems. So my earlier story about it starting to flood, under this sink, there is a wiring, there is a nest of piping, which is the worst piping I've ever seen in my entire life, and I don't even know if you can do piping. Holy shit, you can do piping. How many bits to moan? There's literally no price that you could do to convince me to moan. It's literally, there's no price for it. For you to do before I will moan. It's literally impossible to like get me to moan. Can I build this pipe for you? It's too complicated. How about this? I'm gonna open Creator and I'm gonna overlay the piping for you. Streamer, do the thing! Streamer! Moan! Yeah, it's good. Okay, quick. Does anybody know the exact color of a green screen? I need the exact color of a green screen, okay? This is a very important arc. What is the exact color hex of a green screen? Advanced color picker. Okay, I wish I could choose. How do you use Krita? A specific color? There you go. Green screen hex. Is green screen perfect shade hex code is 04F04. Sure, okay. 04F04. OOB140. Okay. Layer is locked. Okay. Unlock it. Perfect. That's a good layer. Alright. Now, if I'm correct, and I do this properly, I actually don't know if this is going to work. Because I'm not going to build the pipe for you. It's just too much work, okay? So, we're going to do this. Okay, not color correction. I need chroma key. Chroma key. Here we go. Oh, shit. Search assist. Perfect. Okay, perfect. You can't see it, but there's Krita right here. It's actually like a see-through Krita. Perfect. Okay. There's a bunch of piping here. All right. There's a shit ton of piping here. Okay. The piping, I'm gonna do it in a white and a black. You feel debated. You were told no Krita. I'm sorry, but there's Krita now. Okay. Earlier in the year, this pipe broke apart. Do you see it? I don't know if you see it. I think this thing has to be like a hard brush. It can't be a gradient. How do you do a non-gradient brush? I need a brush that is willing to be extremely solid. An extremely solid brush. How do you do a solid brush? Does anybody know how to do a solid brush? Look at, anyways, okay? Under this sink, there's a shit ton of piping here, okay? There is a ton of piping down. How do you do a solid brush? Please! I beg you! Oh, wait, I found it. I found it. This sink is from hell. So under this sink, this is the drain pipe, okay? The black pipe is usually your drain pipe. This is gonna go down into the floor, into a hole over here, okay? This is where all the poop goes, okay? Or like all the wastewater goes. So basically, doesn't really matter what you throw down here as far as I can tell. As long as your system can handle it, you can throw anything down here as much as you want. But don't quote me on that. I'm not a plumber. I just know enough to be dangerous. Alright? How this is set up is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But first, let's talk about the earlier flood. So the earlier flood was an awful time in my life because that earlier flood happened because of the water pipes going to the actual sink itself. The black pipe is for waste, okay? These pipes, I'm gonna do the color of copper because this is a good piping. These copper pipes carry the cold. There's no pipe bend, it's straight. Yes, and I'll explain sort of why this is fucked up. This copper pipe here is for cold and for hot water, okay? So there's two different ones for cold and for hot water, okay? At some point, the one for cold water blew apart because you're supposed to. What is that color wheel? Why is there no green? You literally are blind. there is green all over you. You just can't see it. This is the life of a colorblind person. The colors that they don't see, it's transparent in real life. So when you see a colorblind person, pity them. Because they live their life in a permanent chroma key. Okay? It's only green. Must be my OBS color thing. No. There is a perfectly fine green here. So yeah. Usually this is how you would do it, okay? And then usually there would be a bend over here. So as a chat says, it would be a P-trap. And the P-trap is going to look something like this. Okay? It's to prevent gases from coming up, and it's to prevent overflow. And like, it's like the water level would like sit somewhere here or something. I don't really know the specifics of it. I just know that like the science works out. So it would be like this. And because it wouldn't go over unless you filled this up, then it would go over, okay? But this piping is what it should be, and imagine that like there should be a P-trap here, and imagine that like these water pipes should kind of be like this, and maybe you have a final connecting piece. With the usual thing that you do, city water, sewer, or septic. So imagine that it doesn't matter. Imagine that it doesn't matter. Okay, it's not. It's not because it doesn't matter, it's because for the person who built this room, it didn't matter. So, usually, you don't need to connect things directly to the water. So it's like, okay, well, like, to the water piping, because, like, usually it'd be a pain in the ass to do the copper pipe up. So you would use these, like, softer pipes that, like, go across. So you would do, like, a softer pipe, or like, not... It's not a pipe, but it's like a weird, like, tube thing. It's like a threaded tube thing. And then you would like use this threaded tube thing to like go over, and then you would connect to the pipe somewhere over here. PVC? No. So not PVC. It's like the what's it? It's like that braided cable thing. I don't know the name in English though. NPC. It's not NPC. Wait, it is. I'm not. This is how people who are colorblind live their life. Yeah, it matters where it goes, okay? It does matter whether it's septic or city sewer, but again, I want you to forget about that because I need you to be in the mindset of the person who built this home, okay? I don't know who built this home, but I need you to be in the mindset of the person who built this room, okay? But yeah, it's like that, like, but it's not PVC. It's like that braided cable one, where it's like the silver, it's like a metal cable thing. It has like a weird mesh on it. It's like very flexible. You bend it, and over here, there's like a connector at the end of this. So this connector, you can then attach to your pipes. So I can then decide, okay, well, I'm gonna connect this to my copper pipes. From this side onwards, let's say. A finger trap? Yeah, it kind of looks like a Chinese finger trap. Yeah, actually, yeah. It actually kind of does look like a Chinese finger. Actually kind of does, yeah. BSP, I think that's the thing that they used to make maps in a Quake. So you have the setup, right? Usually you do it like this, and it kind of works out pretty well, okay? The only thing that you need to think about is that this has to be... Should probably put in flooring before piping. I'm not gonna do the flooring. It's too much work, okay? Pretend like the flooring... Pretend like there's a floor in there. They didn't just leave dirt. Braided hose! That's it! Oh shit, thank you. It's a braided hose. Yeah. That's the term. Yeah, it's this. Yeah, it's this. Look, see? Look, this is what you would kind of do. This connector though, okay, as you can tell, the connector is very specific. You can't just stick this onto a copper pipe and expect it to work. You have to, like, for your copper pipe, you're probably gonna have to do something with it to be able to make it fit. Okay, was the drawing like this? Is the drawing okay? Not in terms of like, does it look good? Like, I know it looks bad, but like, is it okay? Streamer still needs to touch grass. I'm not touching. If that room had grass, I would never enter. I would be so afraid of that room. Okay, so usually when you connect this to a copper pipe, you have to get something at the end of that copper pipe so it can actually like hook onto it. Like, you would usually have something there that like you can twist onto it, because copper pipes are just copper pipes. Like, it's not like it has like a thread on it. You have to like attach something that has a thread to the end of it to like make that work, right? The homeowner didn't do that. So the old homeowner just like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, so this thing here, what they did was they just stuck it on. So it wasn't even twisted on. They just stuck it on top of it. And it didn't, for months. We had already been living here for months. It never fell off. I don't really know how it didn't fall off, but it never fell off. But then all of a sudden it fell off. So I'm thinking that over time, it just slowly started to slip off because of the water pressure. And then eventually it just like flew, right? Was there at least plumber tape on it? This person who built this house, I don't think thought about anything. I genuinely don't think they thought about anything. So yeah, this thing slipped off. So this piece over here eventually falls off and is like on the floor. Where's the eraser? So this one over here, which is like the cold water one, this one eventually just sort of falls off onto the floor and is like over here. So now it's like over here. No plumbing tape is a crime. I mean, this whole room is a crime. And there's like a bunch of water just like kind of spurting out all over the place, okay? Wait, it's like, I need more blue because the blue is too not blue. It's like all over the place. So like now there's water everywhere, right? Thankfully, further to the right over here, if I go back to the game, we go into the wall, and I move this over. Uh-oh. The illusion's breaking! Quick, the illusion is breaking! How do you select things? How do you use create? Oh. How do you move things? How do you move things? I need help. How do you move a layer? How do you move a layer? Chat, how do you move a layer? That's how you wake up from your dreams. How do you move a layer? Chat, how do you move a layer? This is too hard. Okay. Okay, pretend like it's over there, okay? So, pretend like it's over here. Get the right size. Okay, pretend like it's over there, okay? So, thankfully, when this person built this room, they did at least include the things that you can use to shut off the water on these pipes, okay? The problem is that they use two different ones, and one of them you wouldn't really use because it doesn't really work. The one that they did use that actually works is like this thing. It's like a red little stick, and you just like, if you want to open the water, you like align the stick towards the copper pipe. So this is open, this is closed, right? The other one that they used is like this round valve thing, which is, it's doable, but I've never really seen it be useful because unless you close it very tight, it doesn't actually close all the way. It's basically the Valve Steam logo, right? So if you churn this thing enough, it'll churn off. But this is usually dog shit for homes, and so most homes will, at least around here, will usually build them and like use this one. It's like the little stick one, because it's way easier to use and way harder to mess up, and you don't have to churn it so tight to get the water to stop. Like specifically, this one opens and closes the actual connector. So it's like say this one just pushes it in and sort of like lessens the flow. This one specifically opens and closes like the entire entryway, if that makes sense, okay? This is nice. I like this one more, but that's not the one that broke. It was this one. So I had to go underneath the sink, and as you can tell from inside the game, Streamer and Creator is a nightmare for you. It's behind this thing, okay? So it's behind whatever this thing is. They built this tile thing over here. So thankfully there's a little doorway over here, which I couldn't add because it's too small. But to give you like a sense of what this doorway was, it's kind of like this. So there's a little doorway inside that I can use to go and reach in to go and stop it. As you can tell from the diagram though, the placement is awful. So one, this is kind of behind the wall, so I had to like reach in, I had to crawl in, and this is where I saw the spiders, okay? There's a shit ton of spiders there. I crawl in, ton of spiders, and I have to shut it off from here, okay? All the water is now on the floor because the sink also has no container. There's a drain like somewhere right here on the floor, okay? And I thought that was going to be the end of it, because even though this is dog shit, this is fixable. Even though it's dog shit, this is fixable, alright? We can fix this at some later points. I thought all the water was gone. Until last night. Now let me explain this thing. It's very important that you now understand this side of the room. Sir, your pipes are floating. You're more of a problem. There's only so much I can do. Wait. I also, okay, now I do, okay, so now I do need the floors. Wait. Broom finish, concrete? Concrete. Yeah, concrete. Here we go. This is the floor. Can I get a drain? Is there a way for me to buy a drain? What the fuck is this? Ah, perfect. Okay, it's not really a pool drain, but imagine that it's kind of like a pool drain, okay? It's kind of like there, okay? So, now we go over here. Now this is where things get problematic. How do I close this? So, remember how I said this thing has no P-trap? It's because it's an incomplete drawing, but also the whole thing's kind of fucked up. So actually, trying to find my place here. So imagine, so like this is the drain pipe, right? I'm gonna draw it at an angle. Is it common to have drains beside the shower? Yes. But also, what? Beside the shower? So this is the other drain pipe, right? It doesn't go all the way to the floor, though. What it does is it kind of does a P-trap-ish kind of thing. But the way that it does the P-trap is very weird. Basically, it kind of goes out like this and then goes back in kind of like this. But it's not really a good P-trap because the whole shape of it is all fucked up. I don't really know why they did this. We're still trying to figure out why. We don't ever use the sink. So thankfully, we've never had to deal with this problem. But yeah, this is like a whole different thing. The floor drains. No. But like, what shower? What are you talking about? Please clarify. But yeah, kind of a fucked up P drain weird situation. Why is there even a sink? I don't know. Until we found out why. So over here, you're gonna see the pipe extend over here. I'm not kidding you. This is how they set it up. So you can sort of see from where the P trap is, they extended this piping all the way to the left side, which is kind of important because they do need this to like do something here, okay? It's supposed to be above the P-trap, but the P-trap... So, there's another drain that connects directly down over here, which we'll talk about afterwards. This one's stupid. That's the dumb one. This is the okay one. That's the dumb one. I don't really know why they like did this, okay? Over here, there is another piping system, okay? When I was gone from the house yesterday, this is the piping system that they ruined and that they broke off by accident because they were moving things and they didn't think to, like, you know, be careful how they move things, okay? Down here is a pump. This is very important. This is a pump. I don't know why there's a pump. I actually still can't figure out why there's a pump. This pump, even when it rains, it never gets filled. I've been trying for months to figure out why there is a pump here, but there is a pump inside the house, okay? This pump is inside the house. It collects a bunch of water from somewhere. It's not the water from outside. It comes, the water from the drain goes inside here. And so I don't really know what this is for, but this pump exists here, okay? It disconnected right here. This is usually connected, but the way that they did it was they took, so to do like a quick, like a close-up. Basically, usually when you do something like this, you would just go one pipe up Like you would do one pipe, you would then have another like a bend over here, and then you would do like this pipe, and you would connect it at these red points, right? And you would connect it over at these red points. Instead, what they have is this. What they have is this, okay? And the sizes are very important. It's literally that small. A bend, and then this, and then this. So they connected it here for some reason. I don't know why. They connected here. They connected here, 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 and then here. It is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And what's funny is that only one of these connections has to exist. This connection over here. That's a sensor. I don't know what the sensor is for, but it's like a sensor. I'm assuming it's like a water level sensor to know when to start pumping in like an emergency or something. I'm not really sure. But like that's a sensor for something. Okay? But it doesn't explain this. It doesn't explain this. It doesn't really explain this either. I don't actually know why that's here either. Okay? So there's a lot of bends that like don't really need to exist. But basically that's what the pipe is, okay? So where it broke was here. Because this, as you can see from this picture of the diagram, there is maybe like an inch of piping to go into the bend. Maybe less than an inch, okay? That's not enough to be a stable entryway into the piping. And the problem is that it's not connected. Again, I don't have to explain this. Nothing. There is not a single pipe in this home that is actually connected by any sort of threading or anything. It's just pushed in. It's just pushed in to try to make it work. And they just hope that gravity doesn't pull it down. I'm not kidding you, because that's what happened. Gravity took over and it fell down. Because when we tried to fix it, it just kept slipping out. We weren't missing anything. There was nothing broken about it. It just never fit in the first place. There was no like real connection to it. It just kept slipping out. We had to get these metal strap things here that like basically it has this, and then there's a screw over here that like you would screw in to like make it tighter. And then you would like use this to like make it tighter around it. But this was our addition to the pipe, okay? So imagine, I mean, this is a very overly exaggerated one, but imagine there's like a screw thing over here, and then you would like use it to screw it in, okay? We had to get these here to actually make it fit and like stay on. A lot of connections equals a lot of repairs failed press fit connections. Okay, we are skipping too far ahead of the story. You have to wait. We're skipping too far ahead of the story. That's why you asked about septic or see. That kind of sounds like a septic. We're skipping too far ahead of the story. Wait, everybody back it up, calm down. Wait, it's important for you to go through our discovery process, okay? Because the more that we found out about this, the more it's fucked up. And because all of your assumptions are wrong. Every single one of your assumptions are wrong, just like ours was, okay? Every single thing that you're all saying, you think that you're right, but honestly, you're all wrong in the same way that we were wrong. Okay? So we're here. We go over here. Alright? So we had to fix this up, okay? We don't know what this is, but it's now flipped apart and it's kind of like separated right here at this red line, okay? We had to go and fix this. But we were thinking of fixing this afterwards, okay? We're too busy looking at the right side. Then all of a sudden, and we still don't know why this happened, this pipe started, this pump started to run. All I heard was a gurgle, and I was like, uh-oh. And all you see, I'm not kidding you, the water goes like because it's pumping from the connection up into the fucking ceiling. And there's water everywhere, and we're like, okay, we don't know why it started, but like it started now. So now we're panicking. Now we're like, oh fuck, that's a lot of water. We can't churn this water off because this isn't connected to anything. This water comes from some magical source, okay? The water was already off at this point. So clearly this water is coming from somewhere. We have no clue. We still don't have any clue. Is the drain well in the basement? You're skipping ahead. You're skipping ahead. You're asking questions that are skipping ahead. Please listen. You're skipping ahead. You have to learn our discovery. Okay? So it's spraying all the ceiling. I am soaking wet, alright? This water is cold as fuck. I'm pretty sure I got like a disease from it, alright? I'm like there trying to push the pipe in while the water's spraying in my face. I'm going like and then after maybe like 10 seconds, it stops. It's the outdoor piss wall. Explain what you meant by the shower thing. What did you mean by the shower drain thing? What? How else do you do a drain with a shower? Sorry, please explain that too. So after like 10 seconds... Oh! He fell, sorry. Oh no, my speaker fell. Here we go. So it stopped after like 10 seconds. Okay, we didn't even get the pipe on at this point. It just stopped after 10 seconds, and my dad and I look at each other, and we're like, "Oh, this is gonna be a long day, isn't it?" So we're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Okay, we have like maybe 20 seconds of reprieve before the pipe runs again and it starts to pump again. This time it only pumps for like 5 seconds because there's not that much water. We still don't really know where the water is coming from yet at this point, but all we know is that we now need to fix this, okay? But there's another more pressing concern that we have to fix. The problem is we can't fix this yet. At least this one stops, because this one, to fix it, we have to figure out how to actually like extend the pipe while keeping the sensor where it is without cutting it, okay? Our temporary solution is, I'm not kidding you, to place a bunch of rocks. So right now, there is a bunch of rocks holding up this pipe so that it stays inside the other pipe. So there's a bunch of rocks under this pipe to prevent the pipe from falling down and then slipping out of the hole. So like there's these rocks all over the place behind it that I found from outside and I brought in, and we're using these rocks to like lift this pipe up so it fits inside there. It's still not fixed because we don't really know what to do. However, we did it's stable because we attached it with the thing, right? With the I forget what this thing is called, but like with these, it's like a metallic band, and then there's a screw on it, and you turn the screw to like tighten it. Okay, so it is pretty much stable like this. Over maybe 50 years in the course of like water erosion, these should eventually fall off, but that's not really it's not my problem, right? We're too busy dealing with over here, because just before that happened, okay, we realized something about this one. Okay, so again, this P-trap is very important. You can see the water just still flowing over. Sorry, and also it's okay to be curious, okay? But like the reason why I'm not saying anything yet, it's because I want you to discover how fucked up this whole place is. You're saying that your apartment only has a drain inside the washroom. Oh, okay. I mean, for context, I guess like I still don't really know what shower you're talking about. Like, this isn't a shower. This isn't a shower. This is like a random room. A pipe rack. Pipe clamp! That's the one! Yeah, it's a pipe clamp. Thank you. It's a pipe clamp. We don't have any fancy ones like this though. We have the one that we had, it's like it's just a metal, it's just like a flexible piece of metal all the way around, and then it just has like a screw here. This one's like really fancy. Maybe this one's for like some really... This one is for like the kind of pipes that you need not to fall apart because the entire place would just fall apart. You know what I mean? You think you were saying that I have a drain somewhere else in the house besides the shower room? Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, now it makes sense. Sorry. Now it makes sense. Okay. My random room has a drain. That's why I asked, is it common to have drains in the random rooms? Okay. Now it makes sense. Sorry. Kind of. It's particularly important for this room. Yeah. It's not common, but it's specific rooms that you'd want to have this in, okay? As you can tell, this room is a water room. So it's important for this room, but it's not important for like random rooms. Like you wouldn't have it in your bedroom. But for a water room, and again, this is below ground level. This is like below ground level. So you have to, again, very important for the context that I forgot, sorry. Below ground level, and it has to drain things because it's a very wet room for some reason. It's a cold room, okay? This cold room is apparently used for everything by the old owner, but we don't really know what, okay? So this pipe, okay? Before the water thing happened, we found a whole different problem that we had to deal with here, okay? So remember how I said this like drain pipe has another pipe sort of going out on this side down here, not above this trap, and how the trap is like off center too. So like here, I also didn't really draw this well, but like basically the reason why this thing is weird is because the trap is like so weirdly offset to the corner. It's a genuinely odd setup. It's like all the way over here, and then the trap kind of happens here, and then it travels here, and then it goes back over here, and then it goes into the hole somewhere down here into some random drain. All right, it's a very weird setup. But everything connects to where you kind of expect it to be, at least for the mechanics of like water, as far as I can tell. So it should be fine, except for this side. For this side, for some reason, there's a drain pipe that connects directly to the bottom here. I don't really know why, but this is where the hell begins. Okay, you might remember this side as being where the original copper pipes were that started draining water. Okay, this is the original hell side. Okay, and you draw the perfect line. Perfect. That's a perfect line. Okay. So imagine this is a very thick pipe, a drain in the bedroom. Oh man, a drain in the bedroom would be so useful because you could just jerk it down the drain and it would just go away. But your drain would eventually clog. This goes all the way up here, okay? Very important that it goes all the way up inside this wall. Where does this go to? We don't really know yet. All we know is that this goes somewhere above the floor, okay? This goes somewhere to the second floor, all right? This pipe goes somewhere above to the second floor somewhere, or like the ground floor, because like this is the like base room, okay? I don't know why they did this. This is a very convoluted setup, because there's already a like. I'm gonna give a small teaser of the above floor to like explain to you why this is stupid. Any AC on the ground or second floor? No. You're skipping too far ahead. This is, and again, whatever assumptions that you have is I need to explain to you. Whatever you're thinking makes sense in a well-built home. This is not a well-built home. So forget all of your assumptions. Everybody, just focus on the fact that you are going to be as wrong as I was. Okay? Like I need to explain to you, this is not a normal home. I'm explaining to you the Hell Room. It's not called the Hell Room because it was built by somebody who loves to build good homes. This thing just sucks. Was the former owner draining bodies in the Hell Room? Maybe I'll explain why I think this room is a little weird. There's a lot of really fucked up things about this room in this house. So now you have this, okay? And the water pipe that was leaking before, so you have this like the like connecting thing. I forget what the thing is called again, but like one of you said it inside chat. It's like this thing. Serial killer home. Serial killer home. And then you have the copper pipes sort of like running up the wall over here, okay? So this is the bottom is the hot. Very important which one it is. Bottom is the hot, top is the cold, okay? The bottom is the one with this shut-off valve. The top is the one with this shut-off valve, alright? But these pipes go up here into this drywall section. This drywall section is interesting, okay? This section is just an addition to the house that didn't really have to be here. The pipes could have been exposed and it would have been a lot better, okay? There's actually something weird about this wall too, in that there's an outlet like right here. And this is very important for you to like know about. There's an outlet like right here. This is also where some concerns came up, and I was like, maybe we're gonna have a fire hazard, but let me explain. Before the pump side started spewing water up to the ceiling, as you see over here, we had already figured out something even worse, because we were like, that's weird. It's weird that this room still gets wet every now and then, and so we decided to figure out where the wetness was coming from. Turns out, you have to go under here, you have to look up into the wall, and you can actually see water droplets dripping down here. And these water droplets probably go and like pool over here. It's probably the best way to explain it. And they kind of like fill out from here, and they kind of like flow down here towards, because everything is graded towards the like drain here. So thankfully it's graded downwards. But I was like, okay, that's a little weird. Now that we've seen this, it's not a lot of water, but it's enough to make you go, because like any water leak implies that something's open, and that's because pipes are meant to be like sealed. You know what I mean? Like they're not really meant to be open anywhere. Nothing's supposed to be leaking. So I was like, okay, that's weird. It's not condensation, because it's too much for condensation. So what's going on, right? We move this cold water pipe by like a millimeter. Okay, all of a sudden, all I hear is I was like, oh fuck, move it back. We move it back. It stops. We're like, oh fuck, there's something really bad up there. I'm like, oh fuck, there's something really bad up there. So we look up over here, and we cut this whole section out. This whole section we cut out, but and we look inside, And lo and behold, there is a pipe up here that is even worse than we could have ever expected, okay? The pipe over here has, this is, so, similar to the pipe over to the left side. Duct tape pipes, glued pipes. No, worse. It's exactly what you said on the left side pipe, okay? Bad repair pipe. So the hot water pipe is a perfectly pristine pipe. Because again, similar thing is like, you only really need to do a connection where you need to based on the pipe thing. Because it's like, if the pipe has like a, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck was that? If the pipe has like a bend, like, because like, let's say you have a pipe like this, and then like this, and like this, they usually sell it in like segments like this, okay? And so you have to like connect it over like, say, here and here only, okay? That's good. And like the copper pipes go a really long way, and you can cut the copper pipe to the length that you need. So this is not a tall wall. This is like, you can get a single copper pipe and go straight top to bottom pretty easily, okay? There's no need to do anything crazy. So it's actually good. The hot water pipe is connected as you expect with a weld here and in here. And it's a good weld. It's fine, okay? Goes all the way up, and it goes all the way for the entire length, and then it connects at the next bend. This next bend is also very important, but let's deal with that space. The cold water pipe is like this. Every single red is a weld, okay? And like therefore implying that it's a connection to another pipe. Here. I think it was like here. And then there's like two really close here, and then it's like one more up there for like at the bend. So this thing is this thing is like an amalgamation. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. This thing is welded in like multiple different places, and you can see that like every single one is to connect like a whole different pipe. We don't know why they did this. But it failed. Every single but like one of them failed, and the one that failed was because the bottom section is actually skinnier than the top section. It was literally held in by just like by just the weld on its own. Like the whole thing was just fucked up, okay? This is the one that broke. No, actually, yeah. This was the one that broke. It was between these two messed up ones and these two messed up ones, okay? This is the one that broke, and what happened is that this pipe is completely disconnected, okay? It's only held up because there is a single pipe like bracket thing on the wall here. But every now and then it like slips down, and so that's why there's like water coming out. And the reason why it slipped when we moved it is because if you move it enough, the whole bracket comes off the wall because the screw is falling off the wall. So like eventually we were moving it around, and like this whole bracket's now gone. So let's just assume that that's gone, okay? Stolen scrap pipe. Seemed like someone DIY'd it. Yeah, but like this is worse than normal DIY. Even somebody doing DIY, I think, would know not to do this. I've done DIY piping just because I've had to, and I knew not to do this, and I'm not good at anything except for maybe some electricity. And I'm only good enough to be dangerous, right? So it's like, even I know that this is a terrible idea. Okay? So the whole thing fails. The weld makes no sense. It's like, it like fails, but the weld is also like, it's for like two different size pipes. Like it's so fucking weird, okay? It slips off, and now there's a shit ton of water falling out. And we're like, okay, well, we found the problem. It's all inside here. I turn off the water. Sorry. So we turned off the water at this point, but like we had to turn it on like afterwards to like try to figure out where this was coming from, okay? And then it was on, so I had to go and turn it back off, okay? So like this is after the like pump thing, okay? And we're like, okay, well, this is a problem, because this has been going on for months at this point, all right? Months of this draining, and I'm not kidding you. When I opened this wall, chat, I was about to like puke. Like I can't even use. Okay, I'll use a different color. It was orange, chat. There's like orange mushrooms and like different like colors on the wall here, like on the inside. Okay, this is all on the inside wall, on the wood, on the studs, like everything. It's really fucked up in here. It's like really bad mold. It's like pink and purple, and we're like, oh god, this is really bad. We're like, holy fuck, this is really bad. Anyways, EU mold. Okay, but so yeah, so we find this. Okay, by the time we found this, it was like 9 p.m. Home Depot was closed, okay? So we couldn't do anything with this. We had to go wait until tomorrow to fix it. So we spent the entire night without water, okay? And to fix it, what we decided to do was to cut the entire pipe out at the very top to prevent it from going and then causing more floods, okay? Because otherwise, we were just gonna have more floods every single time because this pipe was like dog water, okay? And you know, that was a painful process because not having water, like you realize how important water is to your life when you can't drink water and you can't shower and like everybody's like trading bottles of water. Like, hey, do you have a bottle of water? Can I trade you for like a rock or something? It felt like a post-apocalyptic society for the entire night of us trying to avoid this thing from flooding because we had nothing left that we could use to just prop it up. And like even if we propped it up, it would still like flow out because the water pressure is it's just too strong. Because this is coming directly from some connection somewhere and it's pushing downwards. Like the water pressure was just way too strong to like stop it. The whole thing is all fucked up, okay? And what's worse is that the sink isn't even in use, so we don't even need it, alright? The sink is useless for us, okay? Must have cost quite a lot with the water leaking over a year. Probably, yeah, but like we don't really use too much water anyway, so it's like it was sort of hard for us to like tell. Like it's too much to explain, but like just imagine like we don't really use too much water at home because of various reasons for it, and so it's like it doesn't really matter for us too much. And so we always thought that it was a normal use of water based on sort of like, you know, just our normal, because like even at our old place, like we barely ever used any water because of how we live. It's just the way that we do certain things because of our access to other things, and so it's like it wasn't really too much of a problem. But yeah, but the cost doesn't matter. It's more about the like damage to this room, okay? And again, just sort of look at this. This room is beside my office, okay? Like, I need to remind all of you. My office goes from here. Okay, let me just like pave all this where. Let me just pave all this. My office is like, so I'm less worried about the water cost. I'm more worried about my office getting wet. Okay, I'm really worried about this. Where's like the brick? Here we go. I'm more worried about my office, okay? So imagine this is my office. Yes, it's a huge office. I am honest with you when I say that I'm rich. This whole room is my office, okay? It's cool, but at the same time it's like, oh fuck, like that's a lot of water to like come in. And my PC, I'm not kidding you, I'm gonna trap myself, is like right here. My PC is like, can I get a PC? Oh shit. Oh shit, PC Matthew. My PC is like right here. I'll explain why it's like in the middle of a doorway at some point, but like just imagine that it's here, okay? But mold can give me lifelong issues. Yeah. But like that doesn't matter to me. Look, the thing that matters is my PC. If my PC breaks, I have lifelong issues too, okay? I have no entertainment for the rest of my life. I need a door. Fuck it. Just something like this. Here we go. Okay. This is the door, okay? Okay? My PC is like right there. I'll explain why it's here in just a moment, okay? This is a room from Mel. But I'm rich, buy a new PC. I'm not wasteful! Okay, so, the water's here. It's flooding this entire room, okay? So overnight, and like the entire time that is happening, we had no clue, okay? We finally fixed the flood. We fixed this pipe over here, inside here. This whole thing is moldy. We basically given up on the entire thing. The outlet that I drew over here is really close, and what we found out afterwards is that the water was kind of dropping onto the thing over here too. So there could have been a fire at some point, but we're very lucky. So we're very lucky that we fixed it, because the pipe runs all the way into here, into the office room, and somewhere out there, which is like where our water mains is, right? So our water main is sort of like in the middle of the property, and it goes downwards here. Or like it comes up from the city pipes over here and it goes out throughout the entire house here. So at any point, this whole thing could have been a giant fire hazard, but we were just very, very lucky. So we're finally done this like water saga, okay? But that's not the only fucked up thing about this room. I was like, this room is a room from hell. Not just because of the water, but because of how stupid this entire room is and how dangerous that this whole room is. This is not the only issue with this room, okay? It's not the flooding section only. It's also the fact that this room makes no fucking sense too, okay? So now I need to get into like the rest of it, okay? So we're now done with the flooding saga, alright? The water is like pool of here. This whole floor is moldy. There's like mold everywhere, okay? But it's mostly sealed away, so I'm not too worried. And at least if I close this door, I've added like the things around it, the like sealant, so that I don't have to smell anything. It's mostly okay. The thing that sucks is that there's like 4 holes over here. I need to explain these stupid holes. Mold. I need to explain these stupid holes. Oh god, it just gets more and more stupid. These stupid holes. There's holes over here. These holes are very important to the problem of this room and why this room is like weirdly overloaded. Okay. So you remember how I said before? I need like a shelf. I need a shelf. Like a big ass cabinet. Oh fuck yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. A big ass cabinet, like huge. Now we need to get into where all of these pipes come from, where they all go, and why all of our assumptions have been wrong up until this point. Because we had the exact same ideas, but we also discovered that it's much worse than we could have expected, okay? But I need to show you the shelf first. This shelf is actually a very important part of the entire thing, because it really explains a lot about this like room. This shelf is like this, okay? The pump is on the floor, like right here. So that pump that you saw, it's like right here on the floor, okay? Now you might notice the placement is kind of stupid, and you might think, oh, I'm drawing this wrong. No. This pump, which is, it's kind of like a pump that goes downwards like this. It's literally right there. It's literally under the cabinet, and I've never seen this. It has a plug. It has a normal, like a plug head with like the plugs, right? It's like the plug of your PC or something, okay? It's like a normal plug head. Chat, it plugs into the wall behind the cabinet, but the cabinet is built into the wall, so I can't do anything about it. I can't remove it, I can't touch it. But it's also right beside the pipe where the water flows, so if anything ever happens, then this water flows directly onto the plug. It's actually like a stupid design. I actually don't know why they like made this. But this cabinet, the reason why this cabinet is here, and in fact the whole reason why this room needs all these drains and all these other pipes and stuff, is because it's a wet room. Because this cabinet, when we first moved in, there were many bottles of wine that they just left behind, okay? They're still there because I didn't want to throw them out because they might be good, but I didn't want to drink them because I might die. It's homemade wine, and like this cabinet basically spans like mostly the entire wall, so it's like this. Okay? This is not like, and this is not a movable cabinet. This is a custom-made cabinet for this room. I don't really know why they have this. It doesn't even look this nice. It's just shelves, okay? It's just shelves. It's cut into the wall. It's just shelves. There's a bunch of like random shit in there. It's like these like bottles of water. There's like wine. It's a really weird place. But the reason why it's here is because it's a cold room. They use it probably for food storage and this stuff, and to like make stuff, to like pickle things, to like brine things, to make wine. Okay, so the pump is over here and it's over there, and we were still curious about what it's pumping. So I went outside and I looked around. It's actually like one of the stupidest things I've ever seen before. So as far as I can tell, this is connected. There's a laundry room like kind of over here. If I could build another wall, maybe. How do I do this? This isn't like, it's not really accurate, but like just imagine like somewhere over here is like a laundry room, okay? Okay, sure. We'll do it like this. And then imagine over here is a laundry room, okay? That pump is only for these 2 rooms. I'm not even kidding you. our initial assumption was it was like a drain well, which I'm assuming is that thing that I think means this. It's that drain that you use for when like a bunch of water sort of like gets under the under your property and it has to drain out. It's not that. The drain well is completely separate and it's actually like out there somewhere. Okay. This pump is only for these two drains. Okay? Because when I poured water in, that's when the drain started working into like each of these drains. I don't really know why it's like this, but it's only for these two drains here. And like imagine like a laundry machine or something. I don't know. Laundry washer dryer washing machine. So imagine like I don't know, it's like this, okay? So it's literally only for these two rooms. I don't really know why this exists. But presumably they use this a lot because why else would you need a pump that goes into the drain under the sink if you're not gonna like make this room wet constantly? I don't know why they would make this room wet constantly, but they needed it enough that it became a problem for them to build this because all of this was aftermarket. Okay, they bought a pump that plugs into the wall using a normal plug. The drain well that they use thing here over here. It's like shittily broken down into the foundation. I can like see the dirt underneath. It's like really fucked up, okay? This room is like really fucked up. And these pipes, when I was trying to go and see where they were going, it actually coincided with another problem of this room. It's why I saved it for here. Also, get an ozone generator for the mold, please, so you don't get sick. Chat, stop worrying about that. Stop it. So, when I was following the pipes and where it went, I discovered that it coincided with a different problem of ours that I've been dealing with since we moved in here. Because I don't know why they did this too. Now we need a second floor. Now it goes into the second floor. Sorry, my storytelling is kind of bad here because I'm trying to figure out how to like build this at the same time. I've never played this game. I've never played this game. Sure. Sure. Where? Here? Wait, I can fly! POV, you remember that you use superpowers? It's like, oh wait, I can just fly. Okay. That pipe goes up here. Now we're on the ground floor. I didn't know how to make a basement, so just assume that first room is in the basement. Okay, this is now the ground floor. Imagine that like this is the ground floor. And yes, I will tank the mold. See? You get superpowers. There's nothing wrong with a bit of mold. It tastes great. How do you play this game? So I'm over here, okay? This is the second floor, alright? Nothing about this room makes sense, and this drain is really, really stupid, and I'll explain why as soon as you see this, okay? This is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen before. First, let me drink some water, because I hate this. So, we do have an AC unit. This AC unit drain is over here. However, it's connected to the other drain system, which is outside in the yard. There's no need for it to be connected to this one. So your guess of like, is it the drain pipe for like the AC system? Sadly, it's not. This drain pipe, okay, the water pipes make sense. The water pipes go up here, and the mains is over here. Like imagine that the main is like, I don't know, it's like somewhere here. I don't know. Let's say, right? In this room. And so it connects to the piping here, and so it makes sense because that main pipe splits off into the rest of the house, okay? That drain pipe actually goes here through this room. Up. I'm not even kidding you. It's really stupid. It's really dumb. Up even more into like whatever this space is, into a separate room over here on the actual top floor, okay? Because again, that's the basement. There's a first floor, there's a second floor. There could be many floors, but like this is at least the second floor. And it connects to a sink up here. I don't really know why they did this, but as far as we can tell, it connected to a sink because we tried every single drain and only that sink used this drain. The reason why this is stupid, it's so dumb. Yes, the reason why it's even more stupid is because this ground floor is a kitchen. That's even more stupid. Okay, this ground floor is a kitchen. Okay, and what exists inside of a kitchen? A stove. But also, what exists along with a stove? A sink. I'm not kidding you. There's already a different drain here. I don't know why they did this. There is a perfectly usable sink drain, like, right here. Can I build, like, a wall? So, I don't know, like, imagine, like, this thing here. It's like a, I don't know, something like this. Sure, it's... Fuck it. I fucked up the, like, layup, but it's fine. Just imagine that it's something like this, and there's a drain system, like, right underneath here, okay? No, this pipe, okay? There's like a room over here. Alright? The pipe travels in between, right? Because the drywall has, like, space, right? So the pipe goes from this room up, out, travels, goes up this wall into the sink over here for some reason, inside this washroom up here, because there's a washroom over here, let's say, right? That's what that drain connects to. I don't know what the fuck is going on over here. That's what the drain connects to, alright? I don't know why they did this, because guess what? This washroom, it's only one of the sinks connects to it. There's two sinks. It's only one sink connects to that one. I don't know why they did this. The whole thing's fucked up. Only one of the sinks connects to that one. This other sink connects to like a normal drain somewhere else, which is like a normal thing that you would expect, and it travels down somewhere else, okay? I kind of know where it is in the basement. It's like somewhere over here, based on where the piping is, but it's like that makes more sense than whatever this is, okay? Because this travels downwards over there. This one has its own drain system that like goes over here into this wall over here, okay? But the thing is we can't do anything about it because the pathway that it travels coincides with a bunch of cables. And these cables, do you even want to know what I'm building? It's close enough to help illustrate the like whole thing, okay? The point is that drain is useless. That pipe is useless, except that pipe actually it does get in the way of something that I remembered having to deal with. So when I try to figure out and like trace where the pipe is going based on the noise, and I have like a snake cam, so I like dug holes into the wall with the snake cam. I was like, oh wait, this looks familiar, and this now explains a lot about why this is all fucked up. So basically, there's a bunch of wires too that are here. Okay, I don't even know how to explain this. But imagine there's like a shelf over here, and there's like there's a shelf over here, and it has like a monitor that's like over here, and there's a bunch of wires that go from here. Okay, so imagine it's against this wall, from here into the wall over here. So imagine this is closer to the actual foundation wall. Okay, there's a bunch of wires here. It coincides with this drain pipe. The wires go here for like a TV shelf thing, okay? And just for now, know that it's a TV shelf. Goes under here, travels along, along the gap in between the floors. Doesn't go into the room here directly, okay? It goes over here to the very edge of the house. It actually goes outside the house. You can see the cables from outside the house. It loops back inside, and there's cables here. So how do I paint this? Can I paint this? Okay, so this is where I was like, okay, everything's starting to make sense, and now it makes sense why everything's a little bit fucked up. I recognized this pipe because earlier in the year, I was looking into dealing with whatever this thing is, okay? Imagine there's like a bunch of cables, and these are the cable holes, okay? These cables go into my office. And the way that they go into my office, which is right here, which is, it makes sense why it would go in, is because these cables are for an old security system that we were locked out of because the old owner didn't give us any information to it. So we didn't know what to do with it, so I had to figure out how to get the cables out to replace them, and how to replace machines, because one, the cables, the cameras that it was attached to were very low quality. Two, I wanted to switch it over to a network security system that uses Ethernet cable, which was going to be a lot better. But these are using the old cables, which is fine. I can still use those, but those cameras are getting harder to find, at least in my area. Just ignore the reasons why I wanted to switch it. There was a lot of reasons, but I can't explain too much because it might reveal something about me. Just know that these cables, okay, here is where the original security console was, okay? The security console, it's like a VCR type thing. It records into it. It displays on like a bunch of monitors. So the basement room, the reason why I chose this as the office is because it also doubled as the security room. And so imagine there's like a TV or something here that like has information on it. I don't know. We'll use a TV as like this thing's called Daniel, okay? But the cable doesn't travel like up into the ceiling. No. It comes out into the wall. And it goes back into the wall. So you see this? It's like this. I don't know why they did this. But it goes like this. It goes like from this. It goes from this side. So it goes over here and like literally connects from this side to that side. Kind of like this. So so you have so all these cables are now soaking wet and there's mold on them. But this is the security camera cables, and they just kind of like lay on top of it, kind of like a mesh weave or something. It's very weird. It looks like they're trying to do like tapestry on the ceiling. Okay, I don't know why they did this. The reason why I recognize that drain pipe is because when I was trying to figure out how to replace these, I have a snake cam that goes into the wall, and I was trying to figure out where these cables go. Okay. And then I saw it went in the side here, and so I sneaked it from the top floor down, and then I saw these like random pipes in the middle of nowhere that I couldn't figure out where they were coming from, because I'm not kidding you. Remember this kitchen layout, okay? This room has no sink. This room has zero sink. There's literally no reason for there to be a pipe here, okay? But that pipe that I showed you, that drain pipe, for some reason it goes like this. It's like here. It loops around into the floor of this room, goes back around like this wall over here, and then continues like upwards this wall to get to the sink over here. Like it's a very weird setup. I don't really know why they did this. Is my home built over a long time and they added a little bit over time? Even that wouldn't really explain it, I don't think. Because so your head hurts, right? Because as far as we can tell, they gutted the home and then renovated the home at some point in its lifetime. Because everything else is built properly. This is the only thing that like doesn't make sense. We don't really know why they kept it. Because as far as we can tell, we saw the old plans for the house. It looked completely different. They gutted the entire home and they made it look completely different, okay? They just for some reason kept it like this. Old owner making bootleg alcohol. Maybe. And I mean, so there's also a funny story about why they were selling this house and why we even bought it, despite its sort of like placement and its look, right? My home sounds like a horror home with pipes and cables. It was a speakeasy. I don't think it was a speakeasy. Actually, it might be. I don't know. I mean, so the reason I'll talk about something. Okay, look. There's a reason why we got this home. Okay. These cables are going out. I saw the piping and I was like, this piping doesn't make any sense from this room. I was here up in this room trying to figure out where these cables were going. These cables for the security console, for the security camera, go through this convoluted setup. And I'm okay. And I was like, why is there a drain pipe here? It doesn't make any fucking sense. There's no sinks anywhere on this side house. None. Zero. Okay? Zero. So it didn't make any sense. I had no clue what was going on. Anyways, I was following the cables, and the cables continue to be messed up too. The cable goes up the wall here, over here, and like maybe like somewhere here is like one camera, and the cable sort of goes like, I don't know, like somewhere here is like another camera. Basically, even this wall doesn't make any sense for the security cables. Like, imagine your cameras are like on the opposite side of like wherever these cables are. I'm trying to be very vague, because this doesn't make any sense, but like it's important to illustrate how shitty it is without revealing too much about the home, okay? Basically, they ran the cable so far to the other side of the home and decided to drive it to go through the wall, outside, again, it goes outside the wall, back into the wall, into this room. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, okay? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Because if you're gonna do security, like, camera cables, you would just go into the center point, and you would go to the nearest location. And again, as far as we can tell, this was not a later addition, because they renovated the house and probably did everything all at once. I refuse to believe that the security camera was a later addition, because there's no way that you would do it even that poorly, even if it was a later addition. Because you could have ran it, let's say, closer to the center and just gone straight down in your existing wall. Like, there's literally a wall here, and that's like a straight connection straight upwards. All you need to do is install a conduit to prevent like a fire plume, and then you go straight up and down to install this to get the cables down. Like, it's super simple. Okay, I don't know why they did this and why the cable goes across the house for this thing. That's why I recognize that drain pipe. Okay, so now you know where the drain pipes and the water pipes are all going. And now you've seen this security cable. This room is the room from hell, okay? Everything seems to terminate in this one room, and they use this one room to like connect everything to everything else, but nothing is in this room except for a bunch of shelves and a sink and a bunch of like moldy walls now. Everything connects to other places in the house, okay? And again, there's a security thing on this floor, and it just goes through the wall and it comes out over here. And this isn't even a wall, it's like a movable cabinet, and if anybody ever moves it, it's gonna start a fire. So, sorry. Also, this cabinet has like built-in outlets that we had to remove because it was gonna start a fire. Everything is all fucked up. Okay. It's like really close to the drain pipes. I know why they put it so close to pipes. It's not really supposed to, like, it's low power, so it's not that bad. But it's still like I wouldn't really recommend it because like you never really know. But like everything is like touching like water pipes and everything. It's like all over the place. And like everything's just like placed poorly, so like stretched all over the place. It just doesn't make sense. It's a movable cabinet, just don't move it or you die. Yeah, so like nothing really makes sense about this like house, okay? Then I have 4 minutes, chat. I have 4 minutes. I have to wrap this up. Then the security console, it lives here, okay? It's a bunch of cameras that I can't use, okay? And all of this, and we found this out months after we had already bought it and dealt with the water damage. I have to cut the story short, sorry. Now, I'm just gonna skip ahead to like why we bought this house. The reason why we bought this house is because it was really cheap in spite of the fact that it was like really, really nice. And the reason why it was cheap is because the old owner cheated on his wife and was getting divorced. And I'm not kidding you. I found a video of their 35th anniversary on a DVD. I have a DVD of their 35th anniversary, and on the cover image, they look so fucking mad at each other. I've never seen it because I don't have a DVD player, but that's why we bought this house in the first place. It's a really good looking, like, it's a really good house, but it's like I should have known, and I should have dissuaded my family from buying it, because it's like I should have known that it was cursed the moment that it was being sold because someone cheated on someone else. Okay, I should have known that was gonna be a problem. But yeah, this is just like the reason why I was gone yesterday. Okay, sorry, I had to cut the story short because I have to go. I had to skip a couple things to like very quickly make the story. I was gonna tell you a lot more about it. There's like a lot more weird, like there's a lot more weird shit in it. I had a different structure for the story, but I had to like make it faster. It's not as entertaining as I hoped it would be, but hopefully you know why I was gone yesterday. Okay, this is all just for pre-stream purposes. Okay. This room, and I'm not even kidding you, this window really does feel like this, because it doesn't keep the air out. This window is very drafty. We have to replace this entire window. Everything about this room fucking sucks. It's really moldy now. It's really fucked up. Watch it. Maybe the Heller room will be in it. Maybe the Heller room will be in it. Maybe. We'll come back and we'll play this game at some point. Like, this DLC is actually kind of cool. And I would like to build some like homes. And I do want to do this because there's a segment of this that I want to do with all of you. But yeah, I just need to explain to you all with some helping guides of like why I was gone yesterday and why I had to deal with a giant flood and why I was very worried about like everything breaking. Okay, I have like 2 minutes. I have to go prepare. I'll be back in just a moment. We're going to play some Pratfall after this, okay? I'll be back in just a moment. For now, just like, I don't know. Just like look at this. Can I get like a good shot of this? Is there like a way to get like a very nice shot of this? Oh, that's good. Just like that. There was a different structure to the way that I was going to tell the story, but I didn't have like time. But just know that this was a terrible, terrible thing, and I found out many terrible things. Sorry, I had to rush. I need to turn off the HUD. House, flipper 2, disable HUD. Oh shit, we're gonna be late. Oh shit. BRB.